So I'm not really reviewing Bruce Lee on the C64, even though that's what you can see on the screen as loading. I was actually going to play Blue Max for this bit, but I couldn't find Blue Max. It's not in the US Gold Directory. I couldn't be bothered to search for it. It could be anywhere. But Bruce Lee is a 100% Atari 800 game ported to the C64 with no improvements at all. And that's really why I'm playing it, because I haven't got an Atari to hand. Because today is the story of the first ever Atari 8-bit computer I bought. It was long after the Amiga 1200 was released, or the Pentium processor came out, the first one. Well, maybe not too much long after that. But it was before Yahoo Auctions UK or eBay or anything like that was a thing. Or even PayPal existed, to be quite honest. So, big thing in the mid-90s was people, all the cameras recognising that is a face. These are terrible graphics, absolutely horrible graphics. Everything about the graphics on this game is horrible. But anyway, Datasoft were a bit 4-colour to the end. No. Anyway, so there was this big thing about auctions, police auctions, bankruptcy auctions, all that kind of thing. Probably because we were still recovering from a recession at the time. House prices were still pretty low after the 1991 disaster. And I went there one time and there was a Atari 800 loose with a tape deck. And a 1050 disk drive, I think. Can't remember if there was a disk drive, but definitely the computer was there with a cassette deck. There was loads of tapes and loads of box cartridges. And these were the early cartridges with the light silver background, not the later XL cartridges with the blue background. Sadly, I sold a lot of those cartridge games on eBay to pay my bills about 15 years ago. A guy who turned up to buy them, he had like he kind of had a Jeff Minter style beard. Don't know. Anyway, so he had Jeff Minter beard and he liked he liked Atari, obviously. So maybe he was a Jeff Minter fan. I did say to him, "Do you like Attacking the Mutant Camels?" He goes, "No, I don't think I played that one." So maybe he never had Atari at the time. Who knows, mate? But this was, I'd say, circa 1995, 94, something like that. And the place was called Centaur Auctions. And it was run by two guys. One who looked like Marty Feldman, and the other one who looked like Dickie Davis's younger Greek half-brother. Because he was Greek. And that's how I got an Atari 800, actually. XL. Atari 800 XL, and I probably still do have that Atari 800 XL. I have some of those cartridges, because not all the cartridges were boxed. Some were like loose cartridges in this Atari branded cartridge folder. It holds about 8 cartridges. It's like an enormous clamshell case. Yeah, imagine if there was clamshell cases for U-matic videotapes. If you don't know what U-matic is, it's the thing they used in TV companies before Betacam SP, I believe it is. So yeah, I already had like loads of other computers. Didn't have a ColecoVision then, but I had like most of the computers I had back then. So I bought myself a C64 and a VIC-20. I still had my Amiga 1200, but I'd sold my Amiga 1000 sadly. Well, when you're a student, needs must. And I'd already sold the horrible Amiga 2000, so that was a horrible machine. That was disgusting. Looked disgusting, styling. There was no finesse in it in any way, and when you turned it on, it was as loud as those crappy 486 budget PCs you get from some tiny little corner shop. Probably run by a guy who comes from the same country as me, but anyway. And I bought that because my best mate, well, I had two sort of best mates really. I didn't really believe in best mates. If you have two really good mates, that's better than one best mate and a load of spongers who just want to play on your C64 or whatever. And I used to play games around there all the time. And one game I used to play a lot was Alley Cat. That was really a lot of fun on the Atari. Never even had a homebrew conversion to the C64, but I don't think it'd work. It's got those brilliant metallic Tron sound effect type sounds in that game. It's a great game. And there's loads of like, you know, raster colour things using all the palettes, like, you know, when you get like attacked or you fall out the window. It's a brilliant game. So I had Pole Position on there. I think I still have Donkey Kong. Box was a bit mash up on that. I had Star Raiders 2. I think that was in an XL thing, which I then had to go and buy again much later, but I think I sold that one because I had a sealed copy of Star Raiders 2 on cartridge. So in fact, I've got Star Raiders 2 and Rescue on Fractalus for the Atari. Actually, they're right here. Excuse me. Let's grab these. My cat's looking at me funny because I'm talking to myself again. Yeah, I actually have 3 sealed Atari XL cartridges, and they're not even damaged. Very slight crushing, very slight. So we have, you won't be able to see any of these. Ah well, yeah, well that's Dark Chambers. And here we go. I'll show you the back of Rescue on Fractalus. So you know it's that one. Wow, it's really dark. So about another 20 minutes till sunrise. There you go, Rescue on Fractalus. You'll have to take my word they're sealed. And the one I was talking about is the one that fell on the bloody floor, isn't it? There you go, Star Raiders. Star Raiders 2 to be exact. They don't have the first one, I don't think. I'm reluctant to buy a copy because I might have it somewhere and they're quite expensive. And you need the manual for it. So if I already got a loose copy, there'd be no point buying a loose copy without a manual, especially the prices they want for them. I think there's a gremlin that comes in and twists the joystick wires while I'm sleeping. Bit of a problem because the camera's in the way of exactly where Bruce Lee is. These are underwhelming graphics for the Atari. It's joystick port 1, obviously, early game. Okay, something's going on over there. Gonna have to sacrifice this game, see what they're doing. Drop something. Well, it's not cloudy though, because she's sitting in her cat bed. All quiet and innocent. Alright, let's try that again then. What happened in? I'm pretty sure I didn't select any trainer options, so. There we go. That's the only good thing about the game, the flying kicks. So you got to collect those lanterns there, which don't look anything like lanterns. Like I said, I don't really like this game. So you've got to kind of keep fighting these geezers all the time. I mean, the other reason I don't like this game is because these are not my kind of games. My mate who bought an Amstrad after his C64 blew up, he liked these kind of games, which is why when he saw Sorcery, he was like, yeah, C64's out of stock everywhere, so, you know, this thing that's running Sorcery or Sorcery Plus, I'll get that instead, because there's plenty of those in Woolworths. So collision detection is a bit iffy. So that's the object of the game really, is explore the whole area, collect all the lanterns and not get stuck. And now new routes open up when you've collected all the lanterns. I don't know what happened there, that's a bit weird. Ooh, see they're waiting for you down there. Okay, there's something. There's a definite knack to this thing. I didn't want to actually do that. Right, that's it. So a flying kick, you don't go as far. And the graphics are terrible. And it's not my kind of game, so I'll go down here and collect this. I think they take 3 hits, I think. And then it don't take them too long to spawn either. Now, I don't know if on the remake they will actually climb up this, whatever this blue stuff is. That's a bit of an iffy one actually. I'll get that one last. Yeah, so you can kind of stay out their way. So I reckon my mate would have liked this, but I don't think he bought this for his C64 when he had one either, so I'm going to get attacked now. Ooh, lucky escape there. So we have to go to the very top now. Yeah, see, so that section's now open and we can actually drop down there and explore new areas, and that's basically the game in a nutshell. So, and you obviously get followed here. And they respawn straight away, which is one thing I don't like about this game. They're constantly respawning. It's not a brilliant game at all by any. I mean, you can say Spectrum graphics all you like about the, Manic Miner, but at the end of the day, they were a lot better than this. And they're not. There's no such thing as Spectrum graphics. Oh bloody hell! See, it's just don't really like the game, if I'm honest. It's not brilliant. They always come out at the same time. Wow, that's a really tight thing. So yeah, well, I told you about my Atari 800. I still have it. I don't have most of those games because I just sold most of the games when cartridges were fairly valuable and uncommon. Especially the original ones, not the blue ones I just showed you, which you couldn't even see because it's not actually the dawn yet. But it's still an M file, even though I didn't have mezze for breakfast. I had a cheeseburger. Wow, it's just about getting light.